Are you ever just sitting on your phone for hours and hours at a time with a little message in the back of your head telling you that you are wasting your time, and you literally know that you're wasting your time, but you keep getting distracted and stay on your phone and you just don't know why this keeps happening? Well, let me just tell you, I'm going to explain exactly why this happens and how you can fix it in this video. I promise you, I'm not going to ramble on, it's just going to be straight facts. First of all, let me just tell you that it's not just one reason why you keep getting distracted and why you are addicted to your phone. Now you might be thinking right now, oh, literally all I do is work on my phone. That's all I'm doing. Well then why are you watching this video? Now don't click off, you know the answer. So let me give you the solution. Let me just start off by saying I have struggled with this in the past and I'm even struggling with it now. The good thing is that I have learned from my past mistakes and I am struggling much less right now with being addicted to my phone. One of the reasons why you can't get off social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube even, is because you are afraid of missing out. Why are you afraid of missing out? Well, let me tell you, the developers that designed these apps specifically worked on it and coded it so that you have FOMO, a fear of missing out. They have spent years perfecting this algorithm. And the worst thing of all is that nobody knows exactly 100% how it works. If we did, we would have had a solution to how to exactly fix this by now, but we still do not. Because if we did, no one would use these apps and no one would be distracted on their phones all day. This has happened to me in the past, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to relate. You get up in the morning and the first thing that you do is check your phone. You already know that this is an unhealthy thing to do, but you still do it. Why? Because of FOMO, as I said earlier. What if you missed out on your friend's latest story on Instagram? You want to feel connected, and this is a very simple and easy way to do it. So I don't blame anyone, and especially don't blame yourself for thinking like this. Don't beat yourself up because it's only natural, but don't go thinking that that is a good thing. The thought in your head is natural, but not the action that you're actually doing. You still want to remove it. So how do we physically do this? Well, one thing that has worked for me is instead of telling myself, and a lot of people do this by the way, I'm not going to use my phone for the next week, I'm gonna do a dopamine detox. People do this. You've probably heard of this term, where you don't use social media or put your phone away altogether for a few days, maybe a week, maybe even a month. But the problem is that people keep doing it the wrong way. They do a huge jump. They're basically on their phone all day for hours and hours, and then they say to themselves that they'll go on this schedule, that they'll do a dopamine detox, and they actually can't stay consistent with it because they're doing such a huge jump. This is not the most efficient way to do it. Instead, tell yourself, and I know this may sound pretty stupid, but tell yourself, I'm going to put my phone away for 15 minutes of the day. You're probably like, what? 15 minutes a day? How is that gonna help? That's nothing. That's like half a percentage of the day. Well, listen, that is how you get started. Over time, you're gonna gradually up and up the schedule. You're going to go from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, to an hour, to 2 hours, to 4 hours, to 8 hours, and then to 12. If that is your goal, of course. Basically, what I'm saying is start off really small. Also, there might be some social media addicts watching this video that might be saying to themselves, oh my god, 15 minutes? That's crazy. They literally can't even do 5 minutes without their phone. So, start with 4 minutes. Do 4 minutes without your phone for a week. Once that becomes a habit, and this is really important, go up to 10 minutes for the next week. Do this in a cycle, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, where each week you go up for 5 minutes, and I swear to you, you will see results faster than you expect. Another problem that social media has is that it offers instant gratification. Let me just tell you, there is not even one possibility in your life that instant gratification will be a benefit to you. Never. It will never be a benefit. It is all just a scam from the developers of these apps to keep you addicted and to use their apps for a long amount of time. Do not fall into this trap. Unfortunately, I don't think there's ever going to be a time when we won't want instant gratification. Maybe there's a few very strong people, maybe David Goggins, I don't know, that actually don't lie to themselves when they say this, but they do not care for instant gratification. But that is a very few amount of individuals in the world. If you're a normal person like me, I don't think it's possible to lose that sense of wanting instant gratification from these social media apps. There's only one solution to this. Put away your phone. Delete the apps. Do not give in. You literally just need to be mentally strong. But if you're not mentally strong right now, you're just going to have to build it up. You can build it up by doing tough tasks on a day-to-day basis. not only tasks and objectives that have to do with your phone and social media. It can be anything, from building up your patience throughout the day to going to the gym more often when you don't feel like it. That's how you build up your determination and discipline. And this will be a huge benefit in your life if you implement it in the right way. And honestly, it's pretty simple. It's not easy, but it's pretty simple. It's a simple idea. You just have to do the tough things when you don't want to. The annoying thing about that is that right now we might be saying to ourselves, okay, I might be able to do that. It sounds like a pretty simple idea. I just have to do things when I don't want to. But it is harder than that. In the moment, you're not going to want to do it, obviously. It's going to be very, very tough. So maybe try implementing the 3-second rule that I have that actually works. Basically, all you have to do is when you have an idea of doing something hard and you don't want to do it, it doesn't even have to be big, like going to the gym for a few hours. It can be something as small as getting up in the morning and making your bed, but you just have to get the strategy right. With the 3-second rule, you just have to do the hard task that you think of in less than 3 seconds. So right when you wake up in the morning and think of the task that you need to do, I need to make my bed. Get up and make your bed in less than 3 seconds. And by the way, it doesn't actually have to be made in 3 seconds. You just have to start the objective in 3 seconds. So 1, 2, and before you even get to 3, start making your bed. Pretty simple, you see? Maybe it was simple for the first time, but the trick with this strategy is that you have to do it repetitively and consistently. You have to keep doing it until it becomes a habit. This should take a few weeks, maybe a month, and it might be hard some days, but as long as you keep doing it consistently, once it becomes a habit, you are going to be very impressed with yourself. And I promise you, if you implement this in a bunch of different ways, your life will improve. Social media can act as a gate to escaping your real life. Sometimes this is good, but I think that mostly 90% of the time, you're not gonna actually need to be escaping your life. You need to work hard in real life, not escape it. But let's say you have a really uninteresting and boring and just not a good life. Well, that is probably why you're trying to escape it and why you go on social media so often. Well, the solution to this is pretty obvious. You need to make a better life for yourself. How do you do this? Again, by repetition and consistency. But what are exactly the things that you should keep doing repetitively and consistently? Basically everything with the strategies that I've shared with you. The 3-second rule, for example. If you consistently use this, you will start to build yourself a better life. And then that feeling of wanting to escape your real life will slowly start to fade. So just remember, consistency beats everything. Even if you're going up really slowly, at least you're growing, which is the most important rule of all. So keep at it, and I promise you, your life will improve and you will start to get off social media more. And it will happen naturally. Don't try to force anything. You want everything to gradually and slowly but surely, naturally improve. And it will all happen if you implement the steps correctly that I have shared with you. I'm trying to help other people around the world as much as I can with these videos, so I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.